Alright guys, so I've been playing lots of the They Should Not Pass DLC,
We have taken objective
and I've
Duff.
unlocked all the DLC guns. So we have the Rib A Rolls, we have the Shogun Inertial. The Rib A Rolls is an SMG, it's like mega accurate. This thing's like the assault rifle of Battlefield 1. It's pretty accurate at range. It has a bipod, so if you need to get, someone from farther more accurately, it'll be good. The Shogun is alright. It's kind of like a more powerful 12 gauge. It has kind of a slower rate of fire, but at close range it's going to one-shot people. Now for the medic we have the RSC, optical and factory. The optical just gives you a little, this game's version of a red dot sight. The factory is just iron sight, which I prefer. This gun, from 50 meters or less, will two-shot people. It does 50 damage. So, this thing is going to be able to take out snipers. The show shot is the most powerful LMG that Battlefield 1 has to offer right now, as far as damage goes. It only has 20 rounds in the mag, so you'll constantly be reloading, but it's alright. And I already got a skin for it, show. The low weight's gonna give you a bipod, and it'll regain accuracy better. And the telescope's also gonna give you a bipod, but it's gonna give you a sight. And finally for the scout, we have the Label. The sniper variant's okay. This is like the in-between weapon between the short magazine and the Enfield marksman, which is what I have there, and the Russian sniper. Its sweet spot, as you can see, is between like 60 to 80 meters, whereas the SMLE's is in the same range, but the Label gives you a sniper variant. So I'm just gonna showcase a little bit of the gameplay here, give you my thoughts of the whole DLC as a whole. The DLC is good. There's 4 different maps, and 2 of them are both of them are in the same category. Okay, blah, blah, blah. There's 4 maps, and 2 of them focus a lot on vehicle warfare, this being one of them, and 2 of them focus on infantry. The ones that focus on vehicle warfare, this one Rupture, and the other one Soissons. And then the one that focuses on infantry are Verdun Heights and Fort Vaux. The 2 new operations come with it. The Devil's Anvil, which is Verdun Heights and Fort Vaux, is the first infantry-only operation. You're never going to see a vehicle in that operation except like jeeps and stuff, motorcycles, stuff you'd expect. And the other operation, I don't know what it's called. I haven't actually gotten a chance to get in a full lobby in it yet. But that's vehicle focused. The attackers literally get 4 to 6 tanks as they spawn in. So yeah. And I gotta say, I'm impressed with the community with these maps, because usually like a medic won't revive you, or a support player won't give you ammo when you're hitting them. But I've noticed the community that's bought into this DLC is actually really good about playing their roles. As you can see, very few people are like below level 30. All of them look like 81, 80, 110, 89, 84, 95. So everyone's pretty high level. So the good thing about this DLC is that if you're gonna buy the DLC, you're a little more serious about Battlefield than any other player. Because people that aren't into Battlefield will just not buy the DLC and go, oh, whatever, I had fun with the vanilla game. So pretty much everyone that has the DLC knows their role and knows how to play. Which means that your team is going to do a lot better supporting you, taking care of your needs, medics and support players and all that. But it also means that the enemy team is going to be a lot harder to face because they're doing their roles. So it's nice. It's been a bit of a learning curve because I'm not used to Battlefield players being this good, to be honest. I'm used to being like number 1 in the server pretty much every time, and I'm starting to find myself be like number 3 or number 6. little bit of the RCS or RC. God, I always get that name mixed up. And then obviously they have the new vehicle being the Saint Chamond tank. It's good. It's I mean, it's all right. Its class is an assault tank, which basically just means that it's not it falls in between the heavy tank and the light tank. The pigeon power perk is not perk, but ability is really cool to use, especially if you're about to die. Just like a last-ditch effort to get revenge. A little bit of the gameplay of the Lebel. Lately, though, I've been finding myself enjoying using the infantry variants more than the scoped variants of rifles. I don't know what it is about it, just being able to see the open, like, field. Oh, that plane. Okay, yeah, I figured that's what that plane was gonna do. But the Lebel is actually pretty fun to use when you use its infantry variant. The sniper variant's okay, but as we all know, any scope that's above 5 times magnification, or sorry, above 4 times magnification, so 5 or higher, will show that scope glint that you see from snipers sometimes. That's people using the sniper variants. With marksman variants being times 4 or lower, it doesn't show that, so unfortunately the Lebel is forced to have only a sniper variant and infantry variant, but you know, it's manageable. You just have to play smart as we get a cheeky back shot into that support player. The thing about the Lebel is, okay, look at this reload. So you take the bullet out, put it in, take it out again, and then load it back in. The reason DICE decided to do this with this weapon is because in real life, the weapon didn't have the traditional magazine system that the other rifles had, where they could just load strip clips. It was almost like a shotgun where you had to pump it. Yeah, you know, you have to pump it after each round, or at least you're supposed to. That's not always represented in game. Or at the end of when you reload a shotgun, you're supposed to pump it. That was the same kind of engineering going on with the Lebel. The thing that's great about it though is you don't have to go through the whole animation. As soon as on the right that goes 8, you can do a reload glitch, and you don't have to go through the whole animation, but you're supposed to. Yeah, Rupture's cool. This big bridge here can actually be blown up by like lots of concentrated bombers, or like limpy charges, stuff like that. We got this cheeky little sniper out here. Oh, the headshot. You have to be careful though, because literally everyone on the map is looking at this bridge, because, you know, there's always people here. Like, yeah, as you can see, all the times I've been on the bridge, I've died from planes, from other snipers, from stuff like that. Try to use the sniper variant of the Lebel a little bit here. And the French, of course. The French are the new faction added. They, of course, have their own voiceover dialogue, all in French.
We are losing objective butter.
And they have the classic World War I all blue outfits the French were famous for. So yeah, it's a good time. The thing about the Lebel though is I haven't quite figured out the bullet velocity for the weapon yet, so when I'm leading my shots, sometimes it's kind of a struggle to understand where they're going to be going. Yeah, and some of the maps are still a little glitchy. As you can see there, I ducked behind cover, but he still got the headshot. Which, I mean, I'm sure they had the problems with the other maps, especially like Argonne Forest, where they have lots of like head glitching and stuff, but they fixed it before. I'm sure they'll fix it again here. Like, I'm pretty sure me even just standing right here is probably a little bit of a head glitch. Just because they haven't quite calculated all the players and where they can poke their heads out.
We have lost objective.
Oof. Also, if you want a ever learn about the new stuff that might be coming to Battlefield, just look at what's going on in the CTE. Because the CTE is where is the community test environments, where they test all the patches and the new maps and new weapons before they actually implement them in game, just to get player feedback. Like the ammo 2.0 thing that might be going on. I've heard they kind of scrapped the idea, but ammo 2.0 is basically just most of your ammo regens, which I don't enjoy. I feel like it's a little bit too much Battlefront DNA in my Battlefield game, which I don't enjoy, but especially like DICE's Battlefront, just to be honest, wasn't that great. Oh god.
Besoin d'un médecin par ici. Défendez l'objectif.
And man, we were just wiping them.
Défendez l'objectif.
God, my voice is gone.
On doit capturer l'objectif.
We have lost objective Edward. Enemy behemoth is en route.
Oh yes, and the new behemoth being the Char 2C. It's just a huge tank that the French produced in World War I. For some reason, the Germans also get it when they when they're losing. I feel like that'd be cool to get faction-specific behemoths if your team is kind of losing. Like the French would get the Char 2C, maybe like the British would get the airship, the Ottoman, or not the Ottomans, the Germans would get the train. It's because, you know, it makes sense for the how they actually used it. And there's the big old Char 2C, just a huge tank. And that tank shell will do 70 damage to regular tanks, so it will completely demolish any tank that challenges it on the battlefield.
We control all objectives.
This guy's trying to go for a cheeky flank. See if I can learn how to lead with this Lebel, I might be able to stop him. Unless he just... Oh, I guess he gave up. Oh, no. Alright, I had some help. But I still got the assist counts as kill. Oh, what? Yeah, as far as like the just the overall statistics with this gun, the iron sights are nice. It only has one prong, so it's not like you're gonna get confused. Like with the SMLA, sometimes if you're really like focused on a target, you'll confuse the three prongs and which one you're supposed to be aiming for, which is annoying. But this weapon doesn't really have that problem because it's clear. You can clearly see which prong it is.
Sortez du véhicule. J'ai dit sortez du véhicule. Sortez tout de suite.
I feel like ammo 2.0 shouldn't be a thing. I feel like ammo 2.0 should just be adding more ammo to the weapons that already exist. Like some of the SMGs just have no ammo, man. I mean, I feel like you should have to look for a support player maybe every 2 or 3 firefights. You go, hey, you know, I need a support player, I need ammo. But it's like in this game, after literally every firefight, you're looking for a support player to drop some ammo for your gadgets or your pistol or your primary weapon or whatever.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Also new to this DLC is the Trench Raider, the new elite class. The Trench Raider is an all melee elite class, which is kind of insane, but it works out really well. He has a medical pouch so he can heal himself, which may sound cheap at first, but I mean, you gotta realize he's an all melee character, so he has to be getting up close and personal with his enemies or else it just doesn't work. So it's only fair that he gets to give himself a little bit of extra health. And he can still be taken down the traditional ways everyone takes down elite classes, you know, bayonet charges, melee, all that. But he has his Trench Raider club, which will one-shot most people, for the most part. I've experienced a couple times where it doesn't one-shot, it does like 98 damage or something like that. And he also comes with the classic High Noon pistol. He's got the number 3 revolver.
We have lost objective Duff.
And the number 3 revolver is great for close range.
capturer cet objectif.
Also, if you don't completely fail like I did there and you hit the water, that's a nice place to settle down. Because you won't take any fall damage in the water, obviously.
Il me faut un toubib. Des munitions pour toi.
God. Like I said, this bridge, man, it's always getting bombed, getting shot at, getting grenades thrown at it. Like, this bridge is just a bad place to hang out.
Capturez l'objectif.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Let's jeep out of here, man.
Des munitions pour toi.
Oh, it despawns as soon as I throw a limpy on it. Wow, game. But yeah, tonight I'm also planning on maybe recording an episode of, definitely an episode of Skyrim, maybe an episode of Fallout, if I'm not dead tired.
Attrape ces munitions.
If I don't do Fallout tonight, I'll try to do it tomorrow in the morning or the afternoon,
Il y a
maybe.
quelques munitions.
I'll just live stream, because it's easier to do that than try to clip a whole, like, 2-hour long video.
Tiens, des munitions. On doit capturer l'objectif.
We have taken objective Duff.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, we're pretty much winning here. We're almost done with this entire match. All these maps, as you can see, are very linear. It's very like go A, then B is obviously the connecting point between the two
We have lost
sides of the map.
Edward.
And you both kind of just control one side of the river. Unfortunately, Battlefield 1 doesn't... I don't know what it is, but for some reason, Battlefield 4 had a very... You know, there was a method to the chaos. There was a front line. There was cheeky little flanks that go on. Battlefield 1, it feels so random. Like, look, we're not even, like... Like, if you're looking... We have captured... We're supposed... So we spawn over near A. So we should have A and C. And then we should be fighting over B. And then if we could, push through. But for some reason, they have A. And they have C. And we've pushed through to E and D, but B is theirs. Like, there's just no order to the way that Battlefield 1 Conquest goes, which is a bit of a shame. I kind of like the sense of battle lines and the sense of direction that Battlefield 4's Conquest had. I don't know if it's just the players, or because I know Battlefield 4 had a lot more serious player base than this does. Especially, I played like when the game was like 3 years old, so by then no casuals were playing. All the casuals had already left. It's like only serious Battlefield players left, which is good. I was molded in that environment, which I like to think made me pretty decent at Battlefield.
Il y a ton nom sur ces munitions.
Oh, the drive-by Limpy.
Tiens, des munitions.
Oh, the drive-by Limpy. The Limpy is legit one of the best gadgets in the game. It is so much fun to use. Also, very powerful. Alright. Okay, we got A, B... We got A, C, and D back. Which is good, because that's how it's supposed to be. I wanted that trench raider, but they were all going for it. Oh man, this thing is just a beast. Even at long range, it absolutely wrecks people. Oh my god, that was a one shot.
Des munitions. Prends-les.
I mean, sometimes you can just outdamage snipers, it's ridiculous.
objective Duff.
Freaking fighters, man. Ooh, he's got Juggernog. He plays zombies. I'm actually glad he killed me. Okay. I needed to see that. Just a little bit of the ribeye rolls before the round ends. Even though it's like ending now. This thing is just laser accurate, especially when you have the bipod up. There you go, there's the thoughts on They Shall Not Pass. Nice little match on Rupture. Let's see what place did we get. So we got 7th place with going 18 and 8. It's like I'm not used to that, man. I'm so used to doing better because just everyone that played the vanilla maps of Battlefield usually aren't really very serious about it. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully get a battle pack here, although I doubt it. Yeah, just my luck. Yeah, there you go. There's They Shall Not Pass.